All right. So a few years ago, my wife and I were having a little date night. You know, dinner and a movie and all that jazz. We were in the car on the way to the theater to go see the movie The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I have to say I was pretty excited. I've been a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix ever since the movie Signs. You know, when he murdered that alien with a baseball bat and a glass of water. Spoilers. But my wife, on the other hand, was not very excited because she hates going to movie theaters. She thinks that every time we go there, we're gonna end up with bed bugs or some type of body lice. And sure, that may be so, but we're talking about Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker. I will take my chances with a body louse, all right? They got shampoo for that kind of thing. I'll be fine. So on the way to the theater, we're sitting at a red light, and I look over to my left, and I see what is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Some idiot in the middle of a field sobriety test. Aw, sweet, look at that drunk guy's about to get a DWI. What? Where? I want to see. Now, I don't know if it's wrong to get a lot of enjoyment out of somebody living out their most embarrassing moment in their life, but, it's their decision to drive drunk in the first place, so I don't really give a shit. What we see is this guy that's probably in his late 50s, and he's just absolutely eating shit at this sobriety test. All right, now I want you to touch your pinky to your nose and name all 4 of the Golden Girls. Aw, shit. Betty White, fucking Edith Bunker, maybe? Nope, that's All in the Family, you drunk piece of shit. All right, let's blow into the tube and see how much of a drunk piece of shit you are. And then you got this dude's wife that's still in the car. She's yelling out of the passenger window like some kind of wild animal. Don't blow into the tube, Peter! Don't do it, it's a trap! God damn it, Barbara, I have it under control. I'm not blowing anybody's tube, you pervert. I only had 2 margaritas tonight. I am fine. Meanwhile, we're watching all this go down in mid-traffic. It's like our own personal episode of Cops happening right in front of us. I can hear the fucking reggae music in the background. There's like a fat guy with a camera and some Rastafarian guy on the street corner.
Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break.
Meanwhile, the light's been green at the intersection for God knows how long. There's people behind us honking their horn and shit. Hey, buddy, it's just a goddamn DWI. They're a dime a dozen in Ohio. Pull your ass over if you want to stop and stare. I look at my wife, and she looks back at me, and without saying a word, you bet your ass we pulled over in a parking lot across the street, and we watched how this little personal episode of Cops was gonna end. To hell with the Joker, we can catch that shit on Netflix. This is totally better than a movie, right? Holy hell, way better. And there's no fucking body lice to worry about. So of course the cop ends up arresting this guy. Well, now this dude's wife really starts losing her shit. Hey, you can't arrest him, he has medical problems. He's old, and his prostate is the size of a goddamn cantaloupe. Hey, yeah, that's right, I do have an enlarged prostate. I suffer from frequent urination, goddammit, I can't go to jail. Well, regardless of this guy's pee problems, fucking Peter Piper with prostate problems gets put in the back seat of the cruiser. And that's when this dude's drunk-ass wife decides that, now would be a great time to get out of the vehicle and give her 2 cents on the situation. Why are you doing this? We just had 2 margaritas at the Mexican restaurant. We're fine. And we're sitting there like, 2 margaritas, my asshole. You guys are tore up from the floor up. If you guys just had 2 margaritas, that fucking Mexican restaurant needs to put warning labels on their menus. Jesus Christ. Well, next thing you know, a second cop car shows up to the scene, and now we're very concerned about the fate of Barbara. I mean, she's about 1 Grand Theft Auto star away from getting a fucking helicopter pulled out on her ass. She better be careful. But instead, what happens next is Barbara says, fuck it, what's a felony at this point? And she does a bald bull charge from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out at the police officer. Well, that's when cop number 2 steps in and does a counterpunch, and then he does like a sweet Steven Seagal taekwondo move of some sort. And now she's in handcuffs as well, and guess what? That's right, husband and wife are going to jail together, thus ending our own little personal episode of Cops.
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Hey, before we go to jail, I'm really gonna need to take a piss first.
Brewscoop.com